Hold onto your seats, everyone. Today we're diving into a jaw-dropping UK audit at the historic Ellis furniture factory, where public filming collides with corporate paranoia. You're about to see staff escalate from polite questions to full-on intimidation, blocking cameras, making police calls, and even following someone hundreds of yards down a public road. Stick around. This case is packed with legal twists, personal boundaries being tested, and some seriously questionable decisions. You won't believe how far this goes.
By Ellis. Now, I believe these guys kind of do... Let's just have a look actually at their website. I don't know if it's furniture. Yeah, it's furniture by the looks of it. It says, here at JT Ellis, we have a long and varied history that stretches all the way back to 1891. It's this history that makes us who we are today. And in 1891, the master cabinet maker JT Ellis established the company to make high quality bespoke furniture, manufacturing baptism fonts and church furniture. Ah, right. So yeah, and it goes through the actual years. If you're interested in having a look at their website, when you get into like the 2000s, they've kind of moved into modern day decor. It's a huge site, this one. There are a lot of buildings. So there's this one that we just started out there with the big logo on. We've got this building coming all the way up here, which is kind of goods in and out, and as you get to the end here, you get the reception. So yeah.
Here's a critical legal point. In the UK, filming a building visible from public land is generally legal. Notice the tension as staff immediately interpret this as a security threat. The auditor is carefully establishing boundaries, but the employee struggles to accept that being asked no is a full answer. This is a classic clash of perception versus law. Think about it. How often do people misunderstand public filming rights? And how quickly do emotions escalate when someone feels their privacy is at risk?
Oh, hey up, yeah. No, you're fine, don't worry. I'm just having a little look at the Ellis buildings.
What for?
Oh, just I don't normally get into it. I'm just doing a bit of filming. Go have a look around the Ellis buildings, and then just kind of, I've got my drone with me. We're just going to kind of fly over and just have a little look and see what I can see, if you know what I mean. Is this the goods in and stuff?
What reason?
Oh, like I say, I don't normally get into that, you know what I mean? It's not something that I'm like, kind of...
No, we'd like to know.
We'd like to know, and might be able to help you.
Alright, well, like I say, I'm just doing it from the outside, so I'm just kind of doing it.
Why?
Like I say, I just I don't want to get into all that. I literally just come here to just quickly get the film today that I need.
Why do you need the films?
I just said I don't want to get into all that. I literally
well,
just...
okay, but this is our property. We don't want it filmed.
You don't want your property filmed?
No.
No,
unless you can give us a good reason why.
Oh no, but I mean that's the thing though, isn't it? Just I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not going to.
Okay.
Private property, so you don't go anywhere fast if you did to
I can't. Yeah, you're really soft spoken. I've got this on. You know.
There's no way. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to hide. Then
what's with the disguise?
Why are you disguised like that?
No, I'm not. Just
Now watch this. Classic passive obstruction. The staff member uses his body to block the lens, which might seem childish, but here's the real issue. There's a forklift operating just a few feet away. This creates a genuine health and safety risk far greater than any photograph. Prioritizing ego over safety is a huge lapse in judgment. It's one of those moments where drama meets real-world danger. Something that could have ended much worse if the auditor hadn't kept a safe distance.
So how come you can't explain your purpose then?
well, I ain't kind of a forklift. Hang on a sec. Forklift coming up there. So I don't mean that forklift's more interesting than you, but you know. That guy filming me now, aren't you? Are you filming me?
No, I'm just going to get in touch.
Oh, I thought you were filming me then. I thought the forklift's moving again. You're not blocking my view, are you? You're standing in front of my camera on purpose. No, it's stopped now anyway. I'll get it in a bit when you... Do you do kitchens here? Is it like kitchens and things like that? Oh, right, okay. So, I haven't flown over yet. I need to have. I was hoping I could kind of have a look, have a look into bays and stuff and see what's, you know what I mean. Just see it all being loaded and stuff like that.
Here's where things get even more interesting legally. Refusing to give your name or purpose to a private citizen is not a crime. Yet, the staff member decides this warrants a non-emergency police call. This highlights a common misconception. Subjective suspicion, based on a drone or camera, is not automatically criminal. The staff struggles to articulate any real offense to the dispatcher. It's a textbook example of how personal feelings can overstate legal threats and waste police resources.
Yeah, don't get too close. You're stopping me. You're very close to that forklift, you are. You're very, very close to that forklift then. So what we're doing then? I'm just literally wanting to get off and kind of crack on with it. I just wondered.
Go off, yeah then. Not stopping you. I don't wish our premises to be filled, thank you.
Okay, it's fine.
Not being on film.
Oh, but you're spoiling it now. I can't get the actual building in that I came to get, you know. Oh man. Yeah, I'll just ask who you are.
Yeah, you can ask. I'll give you the... I'll be as direct as you were when I asked why you were filming.
That doesn't make a lot of sense. Cause, you've come over to me to ask me, haven't you? And you're in kind of an Ellis uniform and whatnot, and you're asking me not to film the building. But you won't confirm who you are or anything like that, you know. Just, I'm assuming you're Ellis staff because you've got the badge on, but I'm not sure kind of who I'm dealing with, if you know what I mean. Who is he? Is he like? Both of your ringing's not answering, are they?
No, I don't want to waste a police emergency line.
Oh, definitely don't do that. Yeah. Is it like 101 that you're ringing?
Yep.
Why don't you ask me? I know the law and stuff. You know what I mean? I can tell you the law. I can save you a 101 call. You're good for calling 101 though.
If you told us why you were filming, then perhaps we wouldn't be calling.
Well, I think it's rude that you've kind of come out and started asking me questions. You know what I mean? Just literally just into public, just come out and asking me questions
It's
about.
extremely rude. You're photographing our premises without asking us.
It's just opinion.
Oh, okay. You're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah. What kind of on hold music do they have, like on 101? Is it like, must be interesting if you've been on that long. I can tell you the law. You don't have to ring 101 if you want. If you've got any questions about law and stuff, just give me a shout and I can tell you what's going on. You know what I mean? Don't you know about drone law? Because I'm going to fly over pretty. You won't be able to stand in front of a drone. That'll go up in air. You know what I mean? All right, time now. Let's get the drone stuff done.
Bob.
It's only small. Well, it's not massively intrusive. I'm not going to kind of look in your windows or anything like that. Roof down, you know what I mean? Just straight over the top. Just need to get an idea of kind of how big it is.
Just to be clear, we don't want.
Here's a real head scratcher. The staff member claims he feels threatened and lectures the auditor about privacy, yet films him on his personal phone at the same time. This is a perfect misunderstanding of GDPR. The Data Protection Act generally exempts filming in public for non-domestic purposes. It's a classic case of do as I say, not as I do, highlighting the irony and contradictions that pop up in these encounters. How often do you think people demand privacy while invading someone else's?
Toward reasons, based on zero evidence, initiates a physical confrontation, and then actually stalks the auditor down a public road. You won't believe how this ends.
Under whose authority?
Oh yeah, we've got a guy outside our premises. He's acting very strangely. He's
Right.
taking videos of our factory and the people, and he's now trying to set up a drone and film stuff. And we're very suspicious of what it's about. We've approached him. He won't tell us what he's doing. He just said that as far as he's concerned, he's not breaking the law. We're just hoping someone could do something about it, because we're concerned that what he's doing may be for untoward reasons. What camera? He's got some 4K body strap camera, and then he's got a manual thing he's holding. He's just got a drone out of his backpack, and yeah, he won't tell us why he's filming. We've asked him not to film, so he's refused. So we're just trying to stand in the way of the camera at the moment. But he says he has the right to do whatever he wants. Yeah, it's HD5 9BA, B for Bravo, A for Alpha. Yeah, this is JT Ellis Cramworks. Yeah. The drone in the backpack, which he's now got in his hands.
Notice how this turns physical, not through striking, but proximity. The auditor correctly identifies this as intimidating behavior. In the UK, closing the distance to less than a meter is a clear de-escalation failure. The staff's aggressive approach here is a textbook example of why maintaining boundaries is critical. It's fascinating because the more they push, the more it flips the dynamic. The auditor is legally in the right, and the supposed threatened party is now the one escalating the situation.
Yep, sure. You again, it's Tom Ellis.
You're Tom Ellis?
I do.
This guy filming me. Phone covertly, trying to covertly film me.
Have you got your number on screen there?
Sort of 3 guys that have come out.
07.
One of them's covertly filming in public. Doesn't know a lot about GDPR by the sounds of it. If he's filming members of the public in public as part of his business duties. Don't know this. Yeah, oh yeah, you can film, but I mean you've got to be really careful what you do with the data. You're covered under GDPR, aren't you?
No, I'm a legitimate interest. Brilliant, thank you very much. Security. Yeah, okay, we'll do. Cheers. Bye.
Gonna head back in then, guys. Don't let me stop you.
Oh no, we're having enjoying the fresh air.
I look at this, look, so we've got a guy going right up to me now, right up to me. I feel threatened by you, so you better stop putting your hand that close to me.
I feel extremely threatened by you videoing the us at the premises.
Yeah, but that's
and
not.
We've requested you stop,
yeah.
And you've refused.
Yeah, but you're coming really close to me
I'm
now.
not really
You've
close,
stepped up
there's
to
at
me.
least a metre between us.
Yep, you've stepped up to me.
You're worried about having your face taken. This is fun, isn't it?
So who's sticking a camera in whose face now? Right,
Well, I believe you've had yours in mine for about half an hour. So
No, you came to me. You came to me in public, and now you're trying to take photos of me, really close to me. I'm quite within my rights, really, to push you back, you know. You do realise that, don't you?
You can try whatever you want.
Try whatever I want, yeah.
Absolutely no threat to you at all.
Well, I feel a bit threatened now. You've been following me around the site. You've been following me around the site. You've been putting your hand close to my face with the phone. So yeah, it is a bit threatening. So it's actually a harassment.
I'll reiterate, I'm no threat to you at all.
So-
You're free
yeah.
to go on your way and stop filming.
You're harassing me. You're
ridiculous,
walking down a public
disguise on.
road.
Yeah, it's a public road, you're quite right.
Yeah, but you're following me around, filming me. I haven't followed you around filming you.
You bloody well have.
Ah, that's ridiculous. That's such a silly statement to make.
Here's where the tables turn. Staff leave their property to follow the auditor down a public road. Who's harassing whom now? Following a member of the public hundreds of yards from your site suggests this is about intimidation, not security. It's a textbook reversal of roles, showing how claiming a threat can sometimes reveal the true aggressor. This is exactly why understanding public versus private boundaries is so critical. Crossing that line can undermine your legal position entirely.
Just following me down, filming me, that's harassment.
Who says I'm filming?
Well, it looks like you are, isn't it? It looks like you are.
Doesn't it?
It's harassment following somebody around looking like you're filming them.
That's extremely rich.
So, what film it was? Still following me down. Look. Still following me down. So we've walked a good half.
Only knows, you tell me.
We've walked a good 100 yards down the road now. A good 100 yards, probably more actually.
What? No idea. You tell me.
A dodgy one, isn't it?
Well, would it clear that way? Nice weather.
It is, it's lovely, isn't it? But so originally, let's get a sense of the scale of where I've been followed from. All the way down here, you can see back in the distance there, right at the top at kind of gate 5, where we've been followed from. And then continuing to follow her.
Can I stop him setting the drone off over our premises?
Stop setting my drone off.
Yeah.
You're going to stop me setting my drone off.
Okay. What's the likely? What's the
So you're off now, guys. No apology. No apology.
Here's the takeaway. Suspicious behavior alone is not a crime. Leaving your property to follow someone weakens any claim of feeling threatened, and respecting the line between public and private land is essential. The police arrived, no arrests were made, and the auditor's rights were fully intact. Remember, knowledge is power. Understanding your rights can prevent unnecessary conflict. If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping police lawsuits and body cam breakdowns. Don't miss the next one.